on average now we're getting a new lead every day, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I own Athlete X, a gym in Bibra Lake in Perth, which has morphed into a bit of a bigger beast in the end. My wife also owns a coffee shop in the front, and my sister, which is the room I'm in now, owns a physio and Pilates studio.
So good.
We all got together during COVID because my sister got kicked out of a country she was living in and came back here. So we all kind of like got together and built these three little businesses, and now they all kind of coexist together.
Oh man, that is so good. When you started with us, was there like a bit of a pain point that you had hit, or had you hit the wall with doing kind of like the marketing that you were doing previously, and you were kind of like, how do I grow? Was there something that kind of made you reach out to us?
Yeah, I actually had done a graphic design diploma before starting the
Oh
gym. So I
wow.
actually enjoy like the creative side of running a
Yeah.
business. So I already had a nice camera and all that sort of fancy stuff. So I was relatively good at making content,
Mm.
but we were only doing organic stuff. So we were growing and we grew to about 170 members, which is over 9 years. But I got to the point where the growth was pretty slow. So I was growing just by word of mouth and organic stuff, and I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of like turn it up a bit. I'd
Yeah.
had two young kids and I wanted to kind of step it up. And then, yeah, so I joined where you had never really run any ads and we started doing meta ads. And yeah, the last couple of months, especially since we spent the first couple of months just trying to figure it all out, on average, now we're getting a new lead every day, which is really, really cool.
Oh, that's horrendously good. Did someone recommend you to us, or did you kind of just get hit with our ads?
I originally got hit with the ads, and then I was randomly in the city and saw someone that I'd seen on an ad, and was like, "Oh, there's that
Oh,
must be that girl." So
that's awesome.
I don't really go into the city. I'm like a South the River Freo guy,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I saw someone, and I was like, "Oh, must be a bit of a green light that I'm seeing the ads and seeing the person in the city." So I was like, "Okay, cool, let's go and do this." Um, and it took me a while. Like I think I had a call and then waited a few months and then was going to fly out to the East Coast and then a Perth one was in another couple of months. So
Oh
um,
yeah, the Perth ones aren't as regular, unfortunately. But actually, on the back of that, was there any hesitations that you had before buying it? Because we can look like, especially when Brandon was mostly in the ads, it can look like a pretty aggressive business. Did you have any hesitations based off that, like what you were seeing previously?
I mean, I didn't really have any hesitation. I think I like none of Brandon obviously is his own beast and his
Yeah.
version of ads and talking is his own way. And I had no hesitation with that, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
But my sister did. She was like, not doing that course. So like I can understand why you would ask that question. But to
Yes.
be honest, I was like, I don't really care who's delivering it. I just want to learn from them because it sounds like the thing that I need to get better at. The style of delivery, I really don't give a shit as long as somebody's actually teaching me so that then I can do it. And this is a small business. I have no real plans or desires to grow into like some massive nationwide thing. I want to be able to
Yeah.
pick my son up from school every day and I want to be home in bed every night with my family. Whereas in my previous life, I was working fly in, fly out. And it's just a
Oh,
life that I didn't want. So I
yeah.
don't really have these massive aspirations for a huge business. I just want to be around my family and they get to come to work with me every day. So I have a 3 year old as well as a 10-month old, and my 3 year old has never done daycare because he just comes to work with me and my wife.
Oh man, that is so good. That is so great. Is there plans to expand into a daycare?
So people ask if we have a creche, and we don't have a creche, but the people bring their kids into the gym. So like, let's say that you're squatting on a rack here,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will put their pram right next to them, or we have like a kids pen that we use and bring out as well. So like, there are kids that come into the gym. There's an entire like Harry Potter under the stairs. We've turned that into a kids library and a kids toy area. So they have their
Oh
own
man,
section that they play in. So whilst we don't have a creche and it's not a daycare, there's kids everywhere.
that's so cool. That's so cool. Seeing their parents do workouts and like you're supporting the parents to get healthier as well.
Yeah.
That would man, you're building such a good culture and vibe in there.
But we say that to the parents as well, is like, we don't want you to bring your kids somewhere and to just hide them in a creche room that they don't see the fact that you're looking after yourself.
Mm,
We want them to be a part of you looking after yourself as much as you are so that they're in it as well. Then in 5, 10, 20 years, when they want to learn how to look after themselves physically, they're like, oh, this is just what we do because my parents
Yeah,
have always
this is
trained.
yeah, they've normalized it completely. And
Yeah.
like a gym can look, especially for parents and stuff like that. I guess a gym can be kind of intimidating because there's nothing in there that's like very kid orientated. But if you're
Totally.
welcoming them in there, they would feel so much better about doing their workout as well because they'll be less stressed, obviously as well. Um, that is so cool. The what's because you've been doing ads for a while and you pretty much started pretty strongly too, from what I remember.
Yeah.
But when was there a turning point, like when you were running the ads, maybe after like 30 or 60 days or so, or because you've been creating a lot of new content? Did you
Mhm.
see there was like a theme or a particular pain point or anything that where the results changed and you were like, ah, okay, I know what I'm doing now. This is kind of where I want to be with the ads.
Probably not a very sexy answer, but I'd say the biggest thing was the fact that I know who we look after and I know who we don't look after. So, like, as a
Yeah.
gym, I'm not talking to people about, for my business anyway, I'm not talking to them about shredding or losing weight or anything. I'm talking to them about the fact that most gyms, they're too scared to even walk into. So
Absolutely.
they see an ad with me on there, which I don't really look like a traditional gym owner. Like I've got colored glasses and I always wear a hat and I'm in this kit basically all the time. Like I think it's quite like disarming for people to be like,
Totally.
I could see
Yeah.
myself at that gym. So I know that the kind of people that I talk to are probably pretty scared to join a gym. And that's why I run the ads. Not because I want them to try to have to change who they are or completely transform. Like none of that language is what I use. It's the fact that they're probably scared. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have the time. And it's like all the things that I already know about the person that typically we look after because I have run a business for 9 years. So I already
Exactly.
know who we are and who we're not. So it's probably that, which is the language and the messaging is super clear as opposed to like generic.
Oh, absolutely. And your messaging was actually really refreshing to see after seeing lots of like shred and burn and get ripped and like do your max BPM, blah, blah, blah. Seeing your ads that were just so like wholesome and genuine. You came across as authentic. Everything in the background was just like really on brand as well. And I was just like, ah, this is such a good gym. I work out at home, but if I was to go to a gym, I would definitely go to a gym
Yeah.
like that. It like
And I think
resonated with me so much.
some of the I was trying to lean into that a bit as well. Like some of the ads I was putting up, they might not be the best performing ads, but I was like trying to like take the piss out of myself and things
Yeah.
like that. So like I remember I made one and it was more so because I wanted to make it and it was enjoyable to make. I thought it was funny, which was like it was like 10-second video and it was me sitting into a little kid's chair going, oh, if your gym doesn't fit you, and then it cut to like a normal adult chair and I was like, come try ours on for size. And that
That
was
is
the whole
brilliant.
ad. I didn't
That is
speak
brilliant.
about the gym at all. Like I just enjoyed making it. I didn't even know how it's going, but I was like, I'm going to put it up because I want to make it.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Testing and learning is the best thing to do. I always like try and encourage members to just like, if you've got some silly niche or you know a piece of information about your audience that nobody else is touching on, just dial into it and see if it works or not. Because like, otherwise you won't know. You don't know what you don't know, and
Yeah.
just give it a go. Because that could really resonate with your audience on a really microscopic level, but it could be what turns them into a customer for you as well.
Yeah.
Was that you kind of touched on this before? You were talking about how you're not looking to be a massive multinational gym. You want to like be able to be there present for your family and pick up your kids from school.
Mm.
Has running ads and getting regular leads into the business kind of given you more freedom to do that in a lifestyle point of view because you're less stressed about getting people in?
Yeah, it's probably the fact that I now like trust that we're going to get leads
Yeah.
without me having to really do as much as before. So before I was really focused on posting every day, doing some like sell by chat online as well. Like, so I'd go into our DMs on Instagram and message people
Sure.
constantly.
Yeah.
And it's quite like time consuming. Whereas now when somebody reaches out to me, like on average once a day, like I can just call them as quickly as possible. And they're like, oh, that was quick. And then I just have a conversation with them. Like, I don't mind talking to people over the phone. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but like that's been way easier for me to do than spending time sitting there on Instagram, like essentially like scanning someone's profile, trying to be like, hey, are you in the area? Like I'd
Yeah.
rather just them say, I'm interested in your gym. It looks interesting. And then I call them. And then we just have a conversation. And half the time, if it's not a good fit, I'll say, oh, try this gym, it's closer to your house, or try this gym, it's more your style. So in the end, it's literally just calling and checking in what they're looking for. If we're a good fit, I get them in to have a look at the place. If not, I send them somewhere else.
That's really cool. And do your ads kind of pre-qualify them as well in terms of like the mentality of that person and also like what the goals they're trying to achieve as well?
Yeah, I think my best performing ads or ad types are location based because
Ah,
the road we're on, everybody knows this road in our area.
love
So
that.
often in the copy or even in the video, I like reference where we are, and they already then are like they know it's close to home, which convenience for a lot of people these days is super important, especially for the
Totally.
people that we look after.
Mm.
So the fact they know it's close by is half the battle.
Oh, 100%. And when it came to, sorry, just on that, most of your clients, they kind of like you, like their parents who are like really into fitness and they have a 9 to 5 normally that they do as
Yeah.
well. Nice. Love
Normally
that.
professionals that are working, they either have kids or they're aspiring to have kids. And even if they don't have kids, they have like what I'd call family values. They're like super friendly, happy-go-lucky people.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe.
Man, that's such a good culture you're building.
Yeah.
And what did you learn most or appreciate the most about your Where You experience? Was there a particular thing, like it could be the workshop, it could be the support calls, or it could be just like spending time on school? Was there, I know that you come to advisory calls regularly, but
Yeah.
was there anything, something else maybe that you've been using the most and appreciated the most, or is it the advisory calls?
Um, I did the pre-work before going to the workshop, which I think would be
Oh,
my
yeah.
biggest recommendation for
Yeah.
people. And if you don't have the time, because I know some people like signed up the day before and then went straight into it, that would be my biggest recommend is to like do the pre-work as far as like setting up the landing page and all that sort of stuff, having a few things ready to go. Because it was like the advisory calls are perfect for like progressing. So I was like, hey, this is where
Yeah.
I'm at. Okay, cool, make this change. So I just literally have a note in my phone every time I go to advisory call. It's like 3 to 5 things to edit, give it another week or two. 3 to 5 things to edit, give it another week or two. So I feel
Mm.
like kickstarting it off with something and then using the advisory calls to progress so that it's better and better and better
I really
every
love you
time you get
brought
on
that
a
up.
call.
Yeah, totally. And actually, I don't think we had these when you began, but we did start doing them this year. We created a Kickstart call, which was
Yeah.
basically because we were noticing that people were coming to the workshop a little bit underprepared, and we were just like, okay, we got to get a call in beforehand to make sure
Yeah.
that everything is set up. And we
Yeah.
probably we do lean into the landing page a bit, but we could probably lean into that a little bit harder. So thank you for that feedback. I think that's really important for us to do as well.
And even the like the creating content, I think I because Sev, who does the organic
Oh yeah.
calls, he comes to my gym.
Oh no
So he's
way!
actually goes to my gym. So like I'd speak to him a little bit. But I know some business owners are not fans of getting in front of the camera or creating content or whatever. So that would be my other recommend, which is like have something so that then like I feel like we're used good at giving feedback, like really good at giving feedback on things of like
Yeah,
change this, do this, change that. But if you start with nothing, it's like the
where are you gonna go
feedback's
from?
not there from sort of thing. So even if you start with something shit and it's just like on a potato iPhone, just nothing there, it's like cool, do this, do this, do this, better. Next thing, do this, do this, do this, better.
I am really thankful that you brought me up because one thing that I do say in the workshops when I'm trying to get people to record content for their ads, and I
Mm.
literally ask them, I'm like, okay, who's created an ad before? No one might put their hand up. I'm like, who hasn't done it because they thought it was cringe and just really like awkward to do? And everybody puts their hand up. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no easy way to say this, but you just got to get over it. You just
Yeah.
got to get over it and do
And
it.
to be, the reality is, like, it is cringe. Like,
Yeah, it
for
is.
for people to be like, oh no, it's not that cringe. No, it is cringe. Like, people notice when it's cringe, and
Yeah.
they notice when it's cringe. That's why they say it. But the only way to go from cringe to not cringe is to go through cringe. You have to be
Yes.
cringy first.
I
You
love
can't be
that.
like polished. Like, I've got like a $4,000 camera setup. Like, I didn't start with that, but you need to go through that really cringy part to be like, okay, it's cringe. How do I make it less cringe?
Yeah, and it's just I think people have a want to be like make it perfect on camera,
Mm.
and it's
Hmm.
just like it's not going to be perfect. You just got to get through it, get the message out, and
Yep.
you'll eventually get better and better as it goes. But it's never going to be perfect. You just got to like
Yeah,
break through your fear of that and get the reps in, really,
totally.
to like get through it. To use a
Good
uh,
gym metaphor from you,
yeah,
Rachel. I
it's
love it.
exactly what I was trying to do. Get the reps in with the ads. And any just final question, just anyone unsure about booking a call, or they might be on the fence and umming up, ahhing about joining Where You, is there like one piece of advice you'd give them, or is there anything else you would like to say to those?
I think the piece of advice, if they were like thinking about getting on a call, is like firstly where they're at. I think you need to be in a position that you want to learn and have a crack at it,
Yeah.
and have the space to do so mentally and like in your calendar. But if you don't do it, you'll just keep pushing it back, keep pushing it back, keep pushing it back. I got to a point where I was like, I'm ready to grow and ready to learn and want to grow quickly. So I was like, this is the time, let's go.